Hey, boys and girls, welcome back to our third calendar grid for November's Number Corner. Joining us from Miss Brown's class, we have Axel. Axel, thanks for joining us.
Hello.
So, Axel, we've been, in my background, I use the calendar because we're a calendar grid, but based on your mask, I think I need to change my background. So, we're going to kind of go with the flow here, and we're going to go shark style. What do you think, dude?
I like it.
I like it. Sharks are my thing. All right, so I'm going to share my screen and we're going to take a look at the third weekend calendar grid. We've already had two great third grade friends help us. So I'm going to share this with you and just take a minute to look it over. Let me move our pictures down. And then can you explain to me any themes or any patterns that you see?
I see that 1, 5, 9, and 13 are all squares.
They are all squares. Okay.
And I see that the rest are all rectangles.
Okay. And that's important because we're doing area, right? So we're trying to find the area of a rectangle or a square. And when we do that, we have a formula and it's called length times width. And so we do the side times the bottom, basically. So, and you can see that there's some patterns here too, where like day 2, 6, 10, and 14 were all 1 times 2, 1 times 3, 1 times 4, 1 times 5. And then the next one was 2 times 3, 2 times 4, 2 times 5. So there's kind of even a pattern within the color. So if we look at day 15, Axel, what do you think day 15 is going to be? What color do you think it's going to be?
I think it's going to be yellow.
Yellow. Okay. Do you think it's going to be a square or a rectangle?
I think it's going to be a rectangle.
Okay. And do you have an idea of what the area might be or what the dimensions might be?
I think it might be like 2 times like 6.
Okay, let's check it out. Wow, Axel, you're pretty good at this. So you were able to say, yes, no, it's not going to be a rectangle. You got the dimensions right and the color, so 2 times 6. And what's the area? What's 2 times 6?
2 times 6 equals 12.
Great job, buddy. All right, well, let's press on. Now, if I leave the screen like this, is that enough for you to see to kind of guess your patterns, or do you need me to make it to zoom out more?
I can guess the patterns.
Okay, so we went blue, yellow, yellow. So what do you think is going to be next here?
I think it's going to be blue. No, purple.
Purple. And do you have any ideas if it's going to be what the dimensions might be?
Maybe 1 times 6?
Maybe 1 times 6. I think we had a 1. No, we didn't have a 1 times 6. All right, well, let's check it out. Ready? So the purples, though, seem to be 3 times 4, 3 times 5, 3 times 6. It is purple. It was not a rectangle, but the dimension goes up 3 here. And how far over does it go, Axel?
It goes 7.
7. Do you know what 3 times 7 is? That's a hard one.
Let's see. $21.
It is 21. So one of the strategies I use is, and you'll learn it in third grade, it's I double the 7 and then I add 7 more on because it's 3 groups of 7. All right,
That's
Axel.
what I did in my head.
Good job, buddy. So, Axel, day 17, what color do you think?
Blue.
Do you think it's going to be a square or a rectangle?
Square.
And our last square was 4 by 4. So what do we think this one's going to be?
5 by 5.
Axel, you are on fire. I'm going to have to get this shark to come over and splash some water on you to put you out. So 5 times 5, it is a square. And what's the area?
The area.
How many blue squares altogether?
Okay. Let's see. $35.
You say 25?
35.
Okay, well, ready? Let's count by fives 5 times. Ready? 5,
5,
10,
10,
15,
15,
20,
12,
25. So we
25.
have 25, and we call this square units because because we're multiplying one side by the other. So if we call it square units too. We talked about this with Miss Stone in video 1, where if it was inches or feet or centimeters, we would say square centimeter, square feet. But because they're not telling us what unit we're measuring by, we just call it square units. All right, so now we've gotten rid of blue. So where do you think we're going next here?
I think yellow again.
All right, ready? It is yellow. Is that a square or a rectangle?
Rectangle.
And what are the dimensions?
1 times 6
Equals.
equals 6.
Okay. So the second yellow one wasn't a 1 times, it was a 2 times, right? And our
Yeah.
last 2 times was 2 times 6. So what do we think this one's going to be?
2 times 7.
So yellow 2 times 7. Man, you got this down pat, buddy. So what's the square? How many square units do we have? What's our area if it's 2 times 7?
14.
It is 14. What color do you think's coming next, Axel?
I think purple again.
You think purple. And our last purple was a 3 times 7. So what do you think this purple is going to be?
3 times 8, maybe?
Okay. Well, if it is, you better start working on that in your head. And guess what? It is 3 times 8. So length is 3, width is 8, and our total square units, our area is?
24.
Oh my God, how'd you get that so fast?
I did it before you started doing the equation.
Man, you are quick. All right, here's our last day for our video. Axel, you've gotten them all right so far, so there's no pressure here. But if you don't get it right, I'm sending the shark behind me after you.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, goodness, right? So, Axel, what color do you think it's going to be?
I think it's going to be blue.
Okay, and what do you think the dimensions are going to be?
6 times 6.
Is that your final
6
answer?
times 6.
Is that your final
Yes.
answer?
That's
Are
my
you
final
sure?
answer. That's
Do you want
my
to phone a
final
friend?
answer. No.
Are you sure? You can call Miss Brown. I think she'll answer. All right.
I don't have a phone.
You don't have a phone? Okay. Well, then I guess you can't phone a friend. All right, ready? Blue, 6 by 6. Boys and girls, do you agree? Thumbs up or thumbs down? If he's wrong, the shark's coming to get him. Oh, my goodness. You got it. It is a square. It's 6 times 6. And what's the area?
The area. Okay, let's see. 36.
It is 36. So what strategy did you use to figure that out? That was pretty good.
So I added 2 plus, I added 6 plus 6
Okay.
to get 12, and then I started adding the rest of the 6 back on.
Okay, so you did these two first, this 6 first, and then you did one group of 6 at a time? It's a good strategy. All right, bud. Listen, you did a great job. Axel, thank you for joining us. All of 3rd grade thanks you. I hope you have a great Thanksgiving and a great November because Thanksgiving's next week. Isn't that crazy? All right, can you say bye, everybody? All right, thanks,
Bye.
Axel.